Many gardeners have heard the old advice, don't throw away your fireplace ash. For generations, people have been saving the soft, powdery remains from their wood stoves and fireplaces, believing it holds secret powers for their gardens. It's a tradition passed down through families, and it's easy to see why. Wood ash is often called a treasure for the garden, and in many ways it truly can be. It's packed with minerals like potassium and calcium, which are essential for healthy plant growth. When used correctly, it can help balance acidic soils and give your plants a gentle boost. There's something deeply satisfying about reusing what would otherwise be waste. It feels resourceful, like giving back to the earth and closing the loop in your garden's ecosystem. But is this advice really as good as it sounds? Is it always safe to sprinkle ash around your plants, or could there be hidden risks? The truth is, wood ash can be helpful, but it's surprisingly easy to misuse. Too much of a good thing can quickly become a problem. Without the right knowledge, you might harm your soil and plants. Overusing ash can change your soil's chemistry, making it harder for some plants to thrive. Think of it like salt in cooking. A little can help, but too much can ruin everything. It's all about balance and understanding your garden's unique needs. This video is your friendly warning. Before you sprinkle ash on your garden, let's dig into the facts together. Don't rush to use it just because it's available. We'll uncover the real benefits, the hidden dangers, and how to know if your soil even needs wood ash. You'll learn how to test your soil and make informed decisions. By the end, you'll know how to use this resource wisely, or if you should use it at all. Sometimes the best choice is to hold back. Your garden is a living system. Everything you add has an effect, whether you see it right away or not. Let's make sure that effect is positive, helping your plants thrive for years to come. With the right approach, your garden can flourish naturally. Ready to learn the truth about wood ash? Let's get started and discover how to make the most of this age-old gardening secret. So, what is wood ash? It's more than just the dusty remains left after a cozy fire. Wood ash is actually a complex mixture of minerals and trace elements, created when wood is burned, and all the organic material is vaporized. When you burn wood, the organic material disappears as smoke, leaving behind minerals the tree absorbed from the soil. These minerals don't just vanish, they're concentrated in the ash, making it a surprisingly rich substance. Ash contains potassium and calcium, important for plant health. It also has small amounts of magnesium, phosphorus, and other micronutrients that plants need in tiny doses. That's why people think it's a perfect, all-purpose fertilizer. It seems like a free, natural way to boost your garden's growth. But here's the catch. Wood ash has almost no nitrogen, which plants need for leafy growth. Without nitrogen, your plants might look pale and weak, even if you're adding plenty of ash. Its composition varies depending on the wood burned. Hardwoods like oak have more nutrients than softwoods. Even the soil where the tree grew can affect what ends up in your ash. Most importantly, wood ash is highly alkaline, like agricultural lime. This means it can quickly raise the pH of your soil, making it less acidic. Its main effect is raising soil pH, not just feeding plants. This can be helpful in acidic soils, but dangerous if your soil is already neutral or alkaline. The myth that ash is just plant food ignores its power to change soil chemistry. It's not a one-size-fits-all solution. Using it blindly can do more harm than good. Too much ash can damage plants, disrupt soil microbes, and even lock up nutrients. Think of it as a strong medicine, not a daily vitamin. A little can help, but too much can throw everything out of balance. To use it safely, you need to understand both its benefits and its risks. Testing your soil and learning about your plant's needs is key. Let's look at what happens when good ash goes bad, and how you can avoid common mistakes in your own garden. The biggest risk with wood ash is raising soil pH too high. While it might seem harmless to sprinkle a bit here and there, wood ash is actually very alkaline. If you add too much, it can quickly tip the balance, making your soil much less hospitable for most plants. Most garden plants prefer slightly acidic to neutral soil, pH 6.0 to 7.0. This range allows roots to absorb nutrients efficiently, supporting strong growth and vibrant foliage. When soil pH drifts outside this sweet spot, plants start to struggle. A little ash can help acidic soil, but too much can push pH above 7.5. At this point, the soil becomes alkaline, and many common vegetables and flowers will have trouble thriving. High pH locks up nutrients like iron and phosphorus, making them unavailable to plants. Even if your soil is rich in these elements, your plants can't access them if the pH is too high. You'll see yellowing leaves and stunted growth, classic signs of nutrient deficiency. Plants may look pale, weak, or even stop growing altogether, despite your best efforts to care for them. Ash also adds salts, which can build up and dehydrate plants, even if the soil is moist. Over time, these salts accumulate, making it harder for roots to take up water. This is called fertilizer burn or salt burn. The edges of leaves turn brown and crispy, and the damage can spread quickly if the problem isn't addressed. High pH and high salinity create a toxic environment for roots and soil life. Roots may rot or fail to grow, and beneficial organisms that keep soil healthy start to disappear. Beneficial microbes and earthworms suffer, and soil structure breaks down. Without these helpers, your soil becomes compacted, less fertile, and harder for plants to grow in. What started as recycling can turn your garden into a patch of struggling plants. The lush green space you hoped for can quickly become sparse and unhealthy. The lesson: more ash is not better. It's easy to overdo it, and the consequences can last for seasons. Use it with caution, or you could do lasting damage. Always test your soil first, and add ash sparingly, if at all. Next, let's see how these problems play out in real gardens, and what you can do to avoid them in your own backyard. Meet Tom. He spreads wood ash on his vegetable patch every spring, thinking it's helping. The first year, no problem. But by year 2, his tomatoes have yellow leaves and his beans are stunted. Tom's soil pH climbed too high, locking up iron and starving his plants. Now, Maria loves blueberries and potatoes, both acid-loving crops. She adds ash for potassium, but her blueberries stop producing and her potatoes get scabby. The alkaline ash raised her soil pH, causing nutrient deficiencies and inviting disease. Both Tom and Maria meant well, but didn't know their plants' needs or their soil's pH. These stories happen everywhere. Good intentions, bad results. The takeaway? Know your soil and your plants before adding anything. Don't let a simple mistake ruin your harvest. Next, let's talk about how to use wood ash safely, if you need it at all. Testing is key. Here's how to do it right. Before using wood ash, always test your soil's pH. Only consider ash if your soil is acidic, below pH 6.5. If your soil is neutral or alkaline, skip the ash entirely. If you do use it, apply no more than 1.5 to 2 pounds per 100 square feet per year. Spread it evenly, never in piles, and work it into the top few inches of soil. Apply in winter or early spring before planting. Never use ash from treated wood, trash, or coal. These can contaminate your soil. Think of ash as a slow, careful adjustment, not a quick fix. Less is more. Overdoing it can cause lasting harm. Always proceed with caution and retest your soil each year. Now, which plants actually benefit from wood ash? Some plants appreciate a little wood ash, especially if your soil is acidic. Brassicas like broccoli, cabbage, and kale can benefit from a higher pH and extra calcium. Root crops like carrots, beets, and parsnips, plus beans and peas, also do well in slightly less acidic soil. Certain flowers, lavender, lilacs, and clematis, prefer a sweeter soil and may bloom better with a touch of ash. But never use ash around acid-loving plants. Blueberries, rhododendrons, azaleas, hydrangeas, if you want them blue, or conifers. Potatoes are also at risk. Ash can cause scab disease. Strawberries, raspberries, and sweet potatoes prefer more acidic soil too. The key: know your plant's pH preferences before adding anything. Research before you spread. A little knowledge prevents a lot of problems. Next, let's cover safe handling and storage. Wood ash is caustic and dusty. Handle it with care. Always wear gloves, eye protection, and a dust mask when collecting or spreading ash. Store only cold, fully extinguished ash in a covered metal container, away from anything flammable. Let it sit for several days to ensure all embers are out. Keep the container dry. Wet ash is hard to spread and can create caustic lye. When spreading, choose a calm day and use a scoop to apply ash close to the ground. Avoid windy days to prevent ash drifting onto sensitive plants. Even application is key. Don't dump it in one spot. Follow these steps to protect yourself, your home, and your garden. Now, a crucial warning about mixing ash with fertilizers. Never mix wood ash with nitrogen-rich fertilizers like urea ammonium sulfate or fresh manure. The alkaline ash reacts with ammonium, releasing ammonia gas, wasting your fertilizer and harming plants. This gas escapes into the air, taking valuable nitrogen with it and potentially burning roots. Always apply wood ash and nitrogen fertilizers at different times, at least 30 days apart. Spread ash in winter or early spring, then wait before adding any nitrogen sources. Mixing them is a lose-lose. Wasted nutrients, damaged plants, and environmental harm. Keep amendments separate for best results. Smart timing means healthier plants and no wasted effort. Remember, knowledge and patience pay off. Let's wrap up with the final word on wood ash. Wood ash isn't a miracle fertilizer. It's a powerful amendment that must be used wisely. It can help acidic soils and certain crops, but only in small, careful doses. Used incorrectly, it can ruin your soil, lock up nutrients, and invite disease. The most important step: always test your soil before adding anything. Don't guess. Let the data guide you. If your soil is acidic, use ash sparingly, like a prescription. If your soil is neutral or alkaline, don't use it at all. Consider composting small amounts of ash instead. Good gardening is about observation and learning. Watch your plants, they'll show you what they need. Use wood ash as one tool among many, and respect its power. With knowledge and care, you can keep your garden healthy and productive. Thanks for watching. Here's to thriving plants and smart gardening.